So I've been collecting gravel here for a bit of a project that I had started on my friends and I's beta server. You can kind of see over here. I'm connecting a path from my fortresses just over there. And then the server host's little castle village thing he's got is right over here. But anyways, while I was gathering gravel to fill in that pathway, I found it connects to what seems to be a pretty decently sized cave. So I'm going to go on and explore through that real quickly with you guys. I also realized when I was coming up here that so there's this weird dirt formation here, and this is actually I came here on night 1 of the server. This was like my little hidey hole, and I believe, I don't know, I'm assuming it might still be here, but there should be a lava behind this. Yeah. So yeah, this is where I was originally, and I only had like 3 dirt, I think, so that's what this was, and I was just very slowly getting my beginning resources to start off on the server. So it's kind of crazy. I made my way back to a cave that I had already apparently been to. And I put a few torches down before, but yeah, so we're gonna zip right through this and see if there's anything interesting in here. Go left first, I suppose. Some iron. I'm hoping I can find gold. I don't know how low down this is going to be. I should probably remake some armor at some point. I only have boots on. But I suppose there's a lot of iron and coal up here. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to smelt some up, get myself a fully new set of armor, and that way I'll be safe and refreshed for this adventure. Okay, and this right here is why you don't mine directly below you, not even a single block, especially back in the old world gen. I was trying to get some of this gravel up here while I was waiting for all my iron to smelt. Break a block beneath me, fall down. There's a whole cave back there and back where that dirt is, and just surrounded by skeletons in both parts. Let's see, I don't even know if I can smack that guy. It's like all sorts of bugged out. I don't even know what's happening. But anyways, I need to get back up here. I'm gonna have to like go steal some food. Oh my gosh. From the server host house, because these skeletons have messed me up quite a bit. But at a minimum, I can get some new pants and shirt going for me. Right. I always forget, can't shift click like almost anything in this version. Okay. Yeah, so this is like right at the entrance, right up through there is how we were originally. So I was just doing the normal yield gravel trick like this. It's like bugging me out. Apparently, even more. But I need to get up here so I can get to his house. Yeah, I made my way out, but now I gotta survive getting to his house. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm getting hitboxed by everything right now. Stay away from me. I know he'll have spare food that I can eat. I'll break his wheat and re-rack it or something, but I just want to skip night more than anything as well. I gotta maintain my streak of not dying yet on this server. Now that that's done, let's steal some food. I believe it's going to be down here. Wood, tools, gems, stone, miscellaneous plants. Maybe it's not down here. Oh, right here. food. I'm just gonna steal a few pieces of bread. I'll go break his wheat and re-rack it. And just round myself off. Zombie sounds. Oh, yeah, I guess right down below. And I will keep one for myself. Alright, now that we're back at the cave, let's get a few torches handy. Yes, thank you, cow. Very lovely performance. That's fine. Alright, let's start with going not down there. Right, that was the hole I just opened up. Let's see, we had more this way. Looks like it might be a dead end, although it's funny how there's like a little room there. I'll come back up to mine resources, actually. Won't bother with that on the way down. So far, this is fairly empty. There's water somewhere, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm gonna collect all this gravel as well, because I've got a fair bit left of path to do. Okay, so that's everything on this main section. So had I not busted through the ground here, I would have never even found this room, I bet. Alright, let's just... Yeah, that's fine. See, I knew Beta could make caves. I must have been getting really unlucky before, not having any caves that weren't just super shallow. Right, this way. Still water somewhere over here, but I don't think I need to know all that bad that I'm fine with just that much. So I'm gonna go through, collect all the iron, coal, gravel, you name it, and I will see you guys when I get back. They could never make me hate you harvesting gravel using torches. Okay, I finished up in the cave, and this is the total haul. We've got 5.5-ish stacks of gravel, 2 and a bit stacks of coal, and then not counting the iron that we use to top off the armor, I've got 14 more iron and a whole lot of gravel. So pretty decent results for a alright little cave. Now I'm just gonna fill in the rest of the gravel along this pathway, and then I was scared there's gonna be a creeper. I just had to deal with several of them. But I'm gonna fill in the rest of this gravel, and I'll see you guys after that. That used the exact last of that stack. Cool. So I already had it fairly well done up to this point. I'm gonna need to go through and add in lampposts to make it a little bit safer. But yeah, that's really all that I've kind of done since the video the other day, that longer video. I wanted to add a little bench over in this area, and I can't decide if I want it to be like right here. And I shouldn't place it until I know. Let's get some wood that I can use as my my mock-in. Because if I use stairs, I'm just going to be burning wood if I decide to replace it. So maybe a 3-block bench right there, and maybe I can't decide, do I want one facing this little pond? Do you think I want to make this pond go out further? But I don't have a bucket on me. I think something like this. I kind of like the shape of that. I also think I'm gonna dig. Oh, hello, chicken. I'm gonna dig this down. Wherever it's dirt, I'm gonna dig it down a layer. There we go. It's got a lot more of a pondy vibe now. Need to go find my bucket. I suppose, actually, I'm not gonna, I don't know if the water's gonna flow over that spot, but I'll be right back. I think I have decided bench right there. Yeah, I think that does look nice. Because I feel like if I were to want a view anywhere, it's a pretty good one. You get the fortress over there, you get the pond, you get the hedge maze. And I think right here would not have been bad either, but I don't know. It's a nice little spot. I also think the kind of roundabout sort of thing that's popped up here is fun. It goes off like 4 separate ways. Our view from the lookout's pretty solid now, I would say. With the maze and all the paths and everything that we've got going here. I should probably think of like some little build maybe to put over in there, unless I want to populate that out with more trees. I also just need to think of another build in general, I suppose. There was one idea I had before, which I actually forgot until this moment. But I think I want to add another wall, like a proper wall, like bigger than this, but smaller than the proper tower. And maybe I'll have that go like, follow the edge of this, like, cliff here, have it go around the hedge, maybe have like a gate over here, and then wrap back around to the front side of the fortress maybe. It feels awfully ambitious to do, but I think that's the vision I have for right now. I just need to get that started, because I think once I have that, and I can have like entryways on each of the pathing, then I kind of have like a domain or whatever that I can look at. That's what'll inspire me to populate stuff inside of the limits. Okay. Okay, before I can get to my wall plans, I definitely need to get rid of this mass of trees that are right here. And I know there's at least one. Yeah, that's a gnarly big oak right here, but I need the wood, and also I would like to have proper visibility. So this is going to be a win-win. And I may end up actually, depending on how annoying these logs are, I may end up using flint and steel to just burn this mass down once I'm done. I can barely see it, but there's always at least one left over, especially on these super massive trees like that one. Now all of this should start to decay, although that shape's a little too uniform. There's definitely another log in there. Oh, I was hoping I could jump the gap. Okay, let's hope that's the actual last one now. I think so. Yeah, I'll probably have to do some trimming here. I think I'll just take these 3 trees out, but I should be good to start laying some of the cobble for groundwork. All right, I've got the base layer of cobble for the entire wall. It's going out here past the hedge with an entrance there, wraps around over here towards the spawn area with another entrance. I'm not sure if I can get an angle on it, but an entrance right there on that path. A third entrance will be right there, and then it's going to wrap around into the face of our cliff right over there next to the secret area behind the sugarcane. I'm going to build it up, maybe... I think I want to build it up and definitely do like a walkway with it using like wooden slabs or something. So I'm definitely gonna build it up a bit taller than this one, maybe like 4 or 5 blocks high, which is going to be a ton of cobblestone. I went through, I think, like 8 stacks or so just placing that. So I'm gonna honestly need to do a lot of mining before I can finish this project out. And I'm also gonna need a lot of wood, which thankfully I've gotten 2 and a bit stacks just from the trees I've had to cut down along the way while I was placing this. So I think what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna figure out a design for the gates so we can replicate those, and then we'll start filling in the wall up to its proper height. So originally I was thinking more of a traditional gate, and then I decided I kind of wanted to match a similar vibe to that pillar over there with the iron block and the double slabs. And then after messing around for a bit, I've kind of got this idea here where these aren't going to be on pistons or anything, although maybe in the future. But having that as like a theoretical raising gate, but not having like an enclosed archway. And then this was sort of my thought for the wall. We'll have it go up 4.5 with a wooden half right here, which means I don't have to light up the wall if I don't want to, but I think I am going to hang like torches on the outside or have some form of lighting. But this is kind of the idea that I'm going with, and I don't think it's going to be terribly difficult to get the main portion done. I do think I want to go through after the fact, and I need to add some sort of wood decoration on the outside, and maybe actually not that one. Yeah, this one will stay stone, but maybe what we'll do is do a stripe of planks. It's this top layer here with the cobble slabs on top of that. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a... Oh, come on. I don't know why the blocks will, or the block entities will just get stuck in blocks like that. It's kind of annoying, but it means I could if I wanted as well. Yeah, I might, we'll have to think on that one for sure, but I think at a minimum, a stripe of planks is gonna be the way to go. That way it breaks up all of the cobble that we've got going here. And then this also, I'll probably like place torches every however many, like every 2 or 3, or I'll figure the spacing out for that later on. All right, I've filled in that stripe and the capping along this entire section of wall over here, as well as the walkway, although I think I want to make it too wide throughout all of it. Initially I did 1, and then I started filling in extra on the corners, and I think it'd be nice to have it just a bit more filled in. I can't decide if I'm going to end up filling in the other side with stone and making it a proper wall, or if I want an exposed walkway like this. For right now, it's definitely going to be staying exposed just because the amount of materials I'm going to need to even get 1/2 of the wall all the way around is going to be quite a bit, but also, you know, can't decide aesthetically. Same thing with the crenellations, is that what it's called? I can't remember. The bumpy bits on the top of the castle, well, fortress. Soon to be keep, soon to be castle for the entirety of the build. But if I want crenellations along these outside walls or not. It's also, I have a tough time every time deciding on how I want to do like the raised portions on walls like this, because usually I like to follow the terrain fairly well. But when it gets crazy like this, especially without modern slabs, I think I'm just going to have the walkway end here and the wall goes up. And then for the raised bits, I decided to go with just putting a full block of stone or cobblestone with a slab on top. Sometimes I'll do stairs, but with how annoying stairs are in this version, I figured I would just go with that, and it could be a bit thicker on the raised bits, which I think is fine. I do have one more special bit that's going to be over here, right behind the maze, and this is where the other gate's going to be, the other of the three. So you saw the first one, and then there's another right here that leads to spawn. And I decided, because this is like the furthest away point from the main keep, I'm going to build a tower here. And kind of accidentally, I went with this 7x7 with the corner punched out. So like a 5x5 expanded is kind of how I think of that in my my mind's eye. But that's the exact same dimensions as the tower that my friend has that's just right over there on the other side of our castle. And so I think I'm going to actually have it mimic his design, like almost block for block, since I was going with that scale anyways. Plus it'll make it tie into somebody else's build a bit. And then I think with the walkway, yeah, I think I might have the walkway like integrated with the tower somehow. I'll see how I get that specifically done after, I suppose. All right, I'm up here on this tower to get some reference shots, because I wasn't quite sure how he had done the top, which is kind of fun actually. It's got this like 5-sided die thing going on. We'll probably have a ladder coming up at some point for bringing people up, although I could do stairs. And then it's just 3 on each side, 1 down, 1 up. So it is going to be an exposed one, unlike ours that has like the blocked in wall. But I think that's going to be okay. I think it's going to work out pretty good. It's a good thing that we have this nice safe railway to bring us back to the castle, which I am officially allowing myself to call it that now that it's got a fully enclosed wall. I'm just going to have to build in some residences and other things throughout it, which I think it's going to be fun. This could be perhaps a upper class district akin to the Cloud District that I can get to very often. And then perhaps I'll build some residences over here, and that'll be like the middle district, and then the lower district is I'll build a few houses outside of the wall. Almost forgot where my own bedroom was. But of course, we must remind ourselves, I am merely the steward of this castle. That Sir Boingo is, of course, the lord of this estate. Hello, Sir Boingo. All right, the finishing touches. This should be as best of my mimicry as I can do for this tower. I think what I might, and oh, I can't, right? Because you can't put trapdoors without a solid block. I was gonna say I'd like to put trapdoors that block that off, but no go there. I just, knowing myself, I will fall off, but that's okay. I don't think I'm gonna be here all that often. Let's look at the rest of the tower. So I've got this kind of like barrack room here. I think I might do like some beds, like some bunk beds or something, and a couple chests in here. Put in some like bows and arrow or something like that. Want that to be cobble. Down here, just the base floor. And what I did was I mimicked the roof on the floor here, and then the floor there, I did the inverse. So I thought that was kind of a fun little feature. I might add, he's got a window, like a U-shaped window. I think I'm gonna add that up here. Maybe like right there, facing out towards spawn. Possibly one on either side. And then I did a stripe of wood through the middle. That stripe of wood is gonna be so it matches the rest of the wall that we're gonna have here. Now I just need to figure out how I want it to blend into the wall. So the wall's gonna be like this. So it's gonna be coming in this way with the stripe of wood. Do I want to do... Do I want it to just end this... Oh, that's a block. Do I want to just end the same way the rest of the wall does? Because that'll have... Yeah, I think so. I think I want it to end the same way that the gates work. So I just need to emulate that on both sides and then build up a gate right here and place a lot more cobble, but I'm getting pretty close. All right, I have completed the primary. I guess I don't have any dirt. I've completed the primary wall now. I've decided this is just going to be a low wall here because, you know, it's got a whole cliff here, so it's okay to not have the proper walkway. The walkway for this side, I'll probably have it end over here if I decide I want to have it raise. Otherwise, yeah, there's birch leaves stuck in that oak tree. Otherwise, I might have it just end like right here or something. And then I've got it tied into the tower on both sides over here. So pretty much just need to fill in these two gate, or this gate here and that gate over here, and then this is entirely done. Guess I should go sleep first. Hello, sheep. Hello, brown sheep. Hello, other brown sheep. Apparently you guys just wanted to be residents here. One of them was up on top of that lookout platform there, and I wish that I had gotten a pic of it before he had disappeared, but that's alright. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to build this just freehand. So that's gonna be cobble, because I'm gonna put a fence there, and then above the cobble, I believe was the iron, then 2 stone slabs, and then it was logs and then fences. I feel like I could make this one wider. Yeah, I think it was 2 logs, and then I don't have any fence, so let's make some of those real quick. Torch. I don't actually know what's faster, the pickaxe or the axe. Oh, there we go. For crafting tables specifically, but I did that. What did I have underneath it? Oh man, that's the real question, isn't it? What did I put? I think I did a log. I'm gonna do that, and then we're gonna run over and check real quick, like. And the grand reveal is logs. Awesome. And let's see. Yep, I did everything exactly right so far. I just need to add, I guess those need to be a block with a stair on top. Do a a block on each side, a stair on each side. Do that both ways around. And there we go. Yeah, I like how this is looking. And if I ever decide to add a piston system, but let's get this last one done right here, and then I believe that should be a solid complete wall. I'll do the walkway on my own time, because that's just going to be a lot of tedious slab placing, and I still have to decide how thick I want it, but at least the wall will be done. Alright, I've got it all made up. I've got a gate there, got a gate there, and we've got our sort of, I guess, main gate right over there. We've got a plan for what to do next, at least for immediate chore and task. And now I've got a defined domain of where I can build. You know, not that there's like technically restrictions anyways, but it's nice to have lines that you can then color between. So I can already see ideas forming for stuff over here. I want to keep this giant tree here. If you can't tell, I'm trying to keep all the cool big trees that have been here, you know, since before I was here. Other than this one, I did plant that, but it's kind of, I don't know, I like the idea of keeping those around, and oof. But yeah, so I look forward to what I can do next. That is all that I have for today, and I hope that you guys enjoyed, and if you did, then, you know, hit a thumbs up, hit a subscribe if you'd like, and stay tuned for the next Minecraft video.